I built a compact home office for 2 people in a small 1-bedroom apartment. As I'm zooming out of the camera, you can see this is the desk I designed and assembled. It can rise, it can fall. It holds 2 monitors and 2 keyboards. Whoa, what the heck are you doing, sir? I think it's a bit too boring to show a table right away, isn't it? Let me run back to show you how it all got started. Guys, I'm so excited about this new place. Let's build a decent desk for this new apartment, shall we? Hi, Dr. Arbor here. In this channel, I'll show you about the interesting projects I'm working on. In this first video, I'll be screaming to you about how to customize this compact workspace in a small 1-bedroom apartment. Let's get started. New York City. It is undoubtedly one of the most famous, diverse, and fast-paced cities on the planet, where every inch of land counts. Fortunately, both my partner and I managed to survive in the city, working from home, in this tiny 600 square foot 1-bedroom apartment. I know what you're thinking. What a luck son of a Alright, with that out of the way, how the heck do we manage to pack all the home office for 2 people in such a tiny space? Hi, this is Dr. Arbor again from 2 weeks ago. Now, a cozy home office would not be perfect without proper floor planning. Oh, just to make sure not to confuse you, each section here represents the kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom, and the closet. Let's keep it going. Looking great! Now that the sketch is done, let me drop it to my screen. Well, luckily, both my partner and I agreed on a similar floor plan for our apartment. As you can see in this illustration, this top edge of the window is where it divides the living room from the workspace, which leaves only... Wait, how much was the area again? Oh sh**, I need to take a dump, man. Oh f***.
A few moments later.
Alright, I just came back and did a quick dump. It is 4 feet 2 by 12 feet. Since we didn't really want each other's ghost images to appear on our video calls during our work time. Thank you everyone for your time today. I'll try to get everything done by the end of this week. Honey, time for dinner. And that's probably why that we didn't want to go with this side-by-side layout. Instead, we both prefer to go with this face-to-face floor plan. Now, if we decide to choose the later option, we gotta leave at least 16 inches of space for a person to walk casually. How did I end up with this number, you may ask? A tape measure came in very handy and helped me to visualize the 16-inch of space is enough to walk through. Well, that leaves 36 inches of sitting space, which should be plenty to work on. Wait, 36 inches? Is it enough space to fit in an electric desk? Yes, we wanted an electric desk for ages. I hate to admit it, but my body's getting really rusty these days. Damn, I'm getting so old. Simply put, I don't think it's healthy to sit all day long. We have revolutionized our technologies so quickly in the last few centuries, and yet our bodies are simply not designed to keep up with the convenience. I deeply felt it, personally, after the age of 25. So yeah, being able to stand while working from home is a must for us. Nice. After all that planning, Dr. Albert is finally ready to move on. So he pulled out his laptop and searched for electric desk. And guess what? He did not find any products with 36 inches of tabletop size.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
I swear to God, this whole project's wasted. I'm dropping it. I'm dropping it. I'm done. Just kidding. Dr. Albert never gives up on these little challenges. And therefore...
Day 2.
Alright, since I couldn't really find any out-of-the-box solutions, I decided to break the desk into two parts. The tabletop and the frame. First, the tabletop. Doing a quick search, I was able to locate this 36 by 36 piece of wood. This should fit perfectly fine. Second, the frame. There are a few key points I'm looking for when making the purchasing decision. First, the minimum size for the desk frame needs to support 36-inch size of tabletop, either directly out of the box or through some modifications to the frame. Second, the frame legs needs to be located in the center to allow equal desk space for each person. Then, the middle frame needs to have enough space for a large rectangular cutout. This is going to be a secret future project. Shh. Last but not least, budget, my friend, budget. Okay, with that in mind, I'm narrowing down to these three desk frame options. First, a Desky dual standing desk frame. Second, Joy Walker small electric desk frame. Third, ERGOMORE dual motor frame. At first glance, it does seem like Desky is the only frame that supports 36-inch wide tabletop, but it's pricey as hell. Comes in at $499. Yeah. Can you make a guess which one I decided to purchase at last? I think I got an idea. I got the frame, I got the top. I got the frame, I got the top. I got the frame, I got the top. I got the frame that's dropping the beat. At the first you may ask what the heck I'm doing. I ain't got the budget and my pocket is empty. C80 tools and my long-term body. I got a model, the table in a PC monitor. Plus I gotta learn how to draw lines on the screen. Oh shit, that is super cool. So, what do you say? Let's put it all together in a big model! I don't want to bore you with the process. Let me put everything together with the chairs and see how everything looks. Not too bad. Time to assemble everything together. Well, more like buy, receive the package, modify, and assemble. Wait, what the heck you mean by modify? Did you guess it right? I eventually decided to pick ERGOMORE desk frame. I'll explain more on that later. Wait, $360? That's not too bad, including the tabletop, the desk frame, and other modification tools. Especially I can still use them in the future. Let's keep it going. There you go! Here's the desk, designed, modified, and fully assembled, just good enough for the two people working from home. There are a few things I skipped during the last two B-rolls that I would like to quickly go over. First, why did I pick ERGOMORE desk frame over the other two options? Although the minimum frame width for the ERGOMORE doesn't seem to fit the 36" of tabletop, the metal frame can be cut while maintaining at least one hole on each side of the frame, without which will obviously collapse. The middle extension bar, however, has to be removed. This shouldn't affect stability, I hope. Then, ERGOMORE comes with only one middle bar with sufficient area for the dual motor option, which is very useful for my future secret project. This feature is lacking both in desk key, where there's not sufficient middle gap between the two middle frames, and the Joy Worker Desk or any other generic single motor desk frame, where the middle section is completely occupied by the drive rod, running across the whole table. Second, why am I even trying to model the whole desk, since we're living in a small one-bedroom apartment where every inch of area needs to be carefully designed and arranged. Because both my partner and I enjoy a cozy and organized living space, Having the modeled frame and the tabletop help us envision the space in a virtual environment before making any purchasing decisions. Plus, I got to learn how to draw lines on the screen. Third, I decided to implement the under-desk drawer and the side monitor arms. This released a whole lot of space on the desk for me to leave any items at my convenience. Last but not least, I've summarized the list of the entire material used for this build, including the monitor arm and the under-desk drawer, all in the table listed here just for your reference. So, feel free to pause at any moment if you'd like to take a closer look. Finally, adding up all materials, the total cost for this build comes down to $586.82. Excluding miscellaneous tools, the total cost is reduced to $459.48. It seems to be a decent budget for working from home setup for 2 people. My wallet can finally thanking me for not letting it go bankrupt. Alright, I really appreciate it if you have made this far. So to summarize, in this first video, I've made a total number of times of screams. Well, not that I'm over-exaggerating it, but some of the steps were quite challenging, especially when it comes to finding the components with the right dimensions within the budget. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my first video. If you're interested in seeing more projects from the Dr. Albert, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, not again, dude. Well, not that I'm over-exaggerating.